We're here again after some time flexing again.
Yeah.
I don't even know the episode we're on at this point.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good thing because we don't have to remember. Oh God.
Yeah. We just came from the zoo. We both look like we
got mauled by the tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's fine. We have some topics. We thought the first one was going to be the zoo, obviously, because we got special access today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some videos on that, so that could be interesting to watch. And then obviously the Elon Musk landing with the SpaceX rocket.
Yeah, Starship,
and then the nuclear reactor and Microsoft.
And Google.
And Google.
Yeah. Soon to be Meta, soon to be Anthropic. Every company in Silicon Valley start fucking buying reactors.
Nuclear reactors. So it's
and so on and so forth. Yeah, let's
yeah,
just
we
start,
have more than that, obviously.
Yeah.
Like the books as well. We have.
So the first thing is everybody paid 20 zloty for the zoo.
Oh yeah, the zoo thing.
I paid 120 because I'm old and beyond the age of 26.
I got it for 80, but okay, so the thing is, for the zoo stuff, we went to the zoo today with the class, and we got special access because we were like veterinary students, and we had to know the filter system was the reason.
Everybody knew to put their name in the list.
Yeah.
And we both are two
Yeah, but
we both decided yesterday, we emailed the teacher, oh shit, I think we should put the name in the list.
Yeah, but either way, it wouldn't have mattered, because she said she only had 21 tickets and we were 30 people, so...
Yeah.
Either way, we had to get it. But now, after going to the zoo and everyone paying for their cheaper tickets, we got discount, at least I got discounted, yearly passes for very cheap. So we can be there for a year. So it ended up being a good thing, despite us.
Because if you for a single entry ticket to the zoo is like 50-60 zloty around, and I have to obviously pay more because I'm more than 26 years of age. So full adult ticket. So
they expect you.
For me, it's like 120 is not bad. So.
Yeah, 120. How much is that in euros?
I mean 24, 25.
Oh, okay. That's nothing. Don't worry about it. For a year of free access?
Yeah. And
Not
winter
free,
is coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
it's a year.
Probably no animal is going to be out. I mean, we can just go for a walk inside the zoo for free.
Yeah, we could just walk through it if we want to.
That's a fucking great idea. We are never walking anywhere else. We are walking in the zoo. I mean, going back is so easy. Just come out our home.
Yeah, we have to pass the zoo every day anyway, just to get home.
Yeah.
So it's a great
some
thing.
classes cancelled, something is like we are free. Fuck
You can
it.
study in the monkey enclosure if you want to. I don't know if you get thrown out after some time. I guess I don't know if there's a time limit. They'll be like.
I mean, I don't think so.
Yeah.
People will be constantly moving, right? Nobody knows what.
Yeah, nobody cares either. Why throw us out?
I think the chimp one is better though.
The chimp one's really good because no one's there.
And the birdhouse, right?
The birdhouse also.
The birdhouse is like, this is a macaw is like constantly yapping like.
Yeah, but it's background noise though. It depends on what bothers you. Yeah, the macaw. Okay, so for people that don't know what a macaw is, which is weird.
I mean, you
should know.
Google. Let them Google it.
Let them Google the macaw thing. It's a large parrot. It's the largest parrot. If you imagine like pirate's parrot, that's what you have. That's a macaw. At least a scarlet macaw.
Yeah.
But yeah, those things make a lot of noise and very loudly.
I mean, one of our favorite birds, right?
Yeah.
I would love to have one that doesn't fucking
yell.
tear my eardrum, you know?
That's why I'm thinking like budgies and the swift parrot and things like that. That's a lot nicer.
I like budgies because they are so small, still trainable, you know, like they are so intelligent.
Yeah.
So nice though.
But the problem is how long they live. Like I'm going
They're very short, right? Budgies are under
really?
8 years, 10 years. Yeah, I think the research,
8 to 10.
It's like a dog age, right?
Yeah, it's not terrible. So maybe a budgie is a better
idea. A macaw lives for, roughly?
Oh god. It's... Okay, so what's the maximum? Probably 70.
I mean 60 to 80 years, something. But
So,
on an average 30 plus years, so it's like a lifetime commitment basically.
That's the problem. So you can like your children will inherit your
Yeah.
bird.
Yeah. I am already 30 at this point. Half my life is over. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, just going through a midlife crisis by buying a bird when you're
yeah,
not
it's a
supposed
serious commitment, right? It's not like buying fishes, you know, like they
to.
live
Yeah,
for
they'll
two,
just
three.
die.
Yeah.
It doesn't nobody
3
should.
years maximum, you know, for a fish, right?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter if
Yeah.
it's a fish because it's. I mean, yeah.
And what else did we see there?
Oh yeah, in the bird enclosure or everywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, we can show the images if you want to, or
Oh,
you
yeah.
want to talk about it first.
Okay, first we'll talk about like the grievances of entering the
Yeah.
zoo. So we entered the zoo with the class. Everyone got a discounted ticket except us, but we got it for a year, so it's fine. I would say it turned out to be a
And
better thing in my
I
opinion.
hope so. It better
Yeah.
be. It better
Hopefully.
fucking be. Yeah.
Hopefully we
have
end
to
up
go
there.
at least monthly once now, so
Yeah.
just to make
Just
it
to make up.
ticket. And
Yeah,
I
but-
spent so much money.
Yeah, but the tickets are expensive anyway, right? So
Yeah.
it's like three
I was
times.
shocked. Like when they said, okay, you are too old. Okay, I thought like it's going to be 250 slightly or something.
Yeah,
okay,
or
120
100.
now. Okay.
Yeah. And then, yeah, as soon as we enter there, we enter the aquarium with the
Yeah.
group, the teacher. She kind of goes around and gives us fun facts about all the animals. And
Fish
then
facts.
eventually,
Yeah.
like, fish facts is fine and all, but, you know, it's not really why we signed up
Yeah.
for the whole profession. I mean, for some people it might be the reason, but not ours. Eventually, though, we managed to get through the, I guess the feeding room. Like
Mhm.
yeah, like the maintenance room, the back doors of the aquarium, which was really
Yeah.
nice. It seems to be somewhat commercialized, if you see what I mean.
Mhm.
Like it's seating there, like you saw the bunch
Yeah.
of chairs on the side, so people could sit, not upstairs, but like along the way.
Mhm.
So it seemed like an exclusive area that you could get to if you paid money.
Yeah.
It was what it looked like, and we were there, and yeah, it was just feeding the fish. We entered there when they were fed, and we saw
Mhm.
like how they feed the different kinds of sharks and rays and maybe not the groupers, and then the turtles. Like how do they get fed? What
Wow,
do they
the
get fed?
turtles were massive, right?
Huge, actually.
It
Yeah.
was so big, man. So big, actually. Size of the bed, actually. For like,
Yeah.
we are not even exaggerating, you know. Like, how
Yeah.
can it be though? A turtle.
Yeah, it's a massive turtle, but I'm mostly surprised. Like that's not even the biggest one.
Yeah,
either.
that's like probably a mediocre or a small size, probably.
Mm. Yeah, they're always very cute when they eat.
And they fed what, lettuce, right, for the.
Yeah, lettuce. Yeah, we have videos of it, don't we? Did you
Yeah.
take videos of the turtle?
Yeah, for sure it should be
Yeah,
there.
because it's mostly his videos, so it won't be any of mine.
Yeah.
But it's mostly the same stuff
Yeah,
anyway.
I mean, yeah, overall the same thing.
Hmm. And the back room was really nice. We just got to see like.
And weather was good.
Weather was
so
really good.
All animals were out. That's
Yeah,
the
for
first
once.
time we see everything.
Yeah, a little pro tip: if you're going to a zoo, at least in the western, northwestern
European.
Europe, probably North America
Canada,
too,
yeah.
Canada, all these areas. Don't go in the winter, because they'll have like 6 animals out.
Yeah.
Everything will be gone.
Yeah, snow leopard, probably
Yeah.
polar bear, and that's all.
Yeah, that's it. A bear, yeah. Because most things, funnily enough, tropical birds can't handle the heat or the cold. Lack of heat, I guess. So most things will be gone. Even the elephants will be gone. The hippos,
Oh
maybe.
god, we couldn't even see a freaking elephant, man, you know. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so disappointed. First time we went to the zoo was first year, me, him, and another friend, and we saw nothing. And I paid more there also because I was over 26 again.
Yeah. And you saw absolutely zero.
I was actually 26 years of age when I joined. The motherfuckers charged me like more there also.
Okay, you
They'll
can't benefit.
include 26 and above. I was like, okay.
Oh, you can't get any discount even if you wanted to, which is funny for me at least, because it makes you waste money.
Yeah.
And I know how deeply that cuts in your Indian bones.
Yeah.
Oh.
Especially in the supermarket budgets. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'll get.
Yeah, but that's another thing actually.
Yeah.
There's
Speaking
supermarket
of
spending.
supermarket budgets, what is the new resolution? I have promised Christian, my girlfriend, that I
No
will
more sugar.
Quit sugar, cold turkey. Like, completely.
And by sugar, we obviously don't mean like, oh, you ate carbs and carbs get converted to sugar and therefore
And,
bread
nobody
is
thinks
not
like
that.
that other than you. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So like so sweets and
Donuts,
cakes, donuts.
pastries,
Yeah.
chocolates, bounties, fucking anything.
Nutella jars.
Oh, God.
You can't eat them in one sitting. It turns out, that's not great for weight reduction.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk? I never knew.
So that's, and then moving on back to the zoo.
Yeah, so no sugar Rio, and then
Yeah.
which is good. We try to support him on that actually.
2 weeks.
Yeah, you've
2
been
weeks sober.
sober. I mean, you almost cracked in the cotton candy today in the zoo.
The smell of the food, man, today in the zoo. Oh.
Yeah, because it was nice actually.
Yeah.
But
it was the churro smell, like the.
Yeah, it might have been.
spraying, You can smell it,
you have a very specific smell for it.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it like a churro, but yeah, probably it was. I'll take
You
it.
don't know your sweets, Christian.
No.
I know.
That's why you need to quit.
It's either waffles or churros.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know the difference between like a cocaine addict knows the difference between the different.
Somalia kind of. Yeah.
Somalia. Oh yeah, because they.
The wine tasting thing, yeah. You
Wine
know?
tasting.
You know what is a sommelier? The wine tester. Like, he will say the difference between different wines. You don't know sommelier, the thing, the word? It's like the wine expert.
I never knew.
Really?
No.
I also thought some people
But how
from
do you-
Somalia or something. No.
No.
Somalia is maybe from French word, I think. I don't know. But the wine expert, they will say, oh, it has the citrus flavor, it has blackberry, blueberry, fucking
And they'll be wrong about all of it or
wood
something.
flavor,
Yeah.
fucking, yeah.
Oh, there's hints of oak. Shut
Yeah,
up.
exactly. That's the one. Somalia, yeah, it's a big thing. In the Western world, yeah.
Somalia. I didn't know that.
That's the one thing you do not know about the American thing. I guess.
Oh.
Western shit, yeah. And what else in the zoo?
Yeah. So
Hippopotamus.
back to the zoo. Yeah. When we went to the backroom thing. Yeah. It was cool because it had like the baby stingrays that wasn't released into the main tanks yet.
So the exclusive access, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have some videos from that. Do you want to show those? Everyone else can see.
Yeah.
Awesome quality, as you can tell,
Oh God.
by the jittery movements, the
So old
blurriness.
age,
Yeah, it's the arthritis making it this
Yeah.
terrible. Yeah, the parking sensori is probably more correct. Yeah, so this is what everyone else has
And
access to.
And then.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
you can do that. Okay, yeah. So this wasn't the tank we were over because we didn't have these pillars when we looked down into it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably some other group had that one. Hopefully. Yeah, this is just a different race. I think this is more of ours, the one we had. This is a manatee. Oh
Yeah.
God, they're all blurry.
Oh my God.
They looked so nice when you took them.
Yeah.
This is not the
This
case.
is where AI comes into play, no? Super
Yeah,
resolution.
make it so that your flawed actions
Yeah, it's
get
so
refined.
horrible photo, no? Oh my
Mm.
God.
But yeah,
Suck.
for the manatee bones, you can actually very much see that. Yeah, this is a mammal at some point. It's
Yeah.
really strange, and it's supposed to have a little tiny bone there, residual bone of the hind
The
limbs.
penis.
No, it's not a penis bone. Although some of them do have that.
Yeah. That's what, when you say there's a bone there, that's what everybody go for.
No, I think
Yeah.
it's a.
At least in Joe Rogan's thing, walrus penis was given as a gift to him, yeah.
Walrus?
Yeah.
Maybe is it because I know.
They have the bone as a penis.
Yeah, I know. Like a museum back home, they had like a whale penis thing,
Okay.
and they made it into a lamp
Oh God.
because it was the whaling museum, right? It made sense.
Okay, so okay. Yeah.
So it made sense. But yeah, I kind of wait. How many ribs does it have?
Too much to count.
24.
Okay.
Unless it has some floating one. Because it's 12. Oh, wait, I didn't count these. Like an idiot.
27, 8-ish.
And then, yeah, plus 12. So around 15, 16. So almost the same as a cow
Mhm.
then. So I guess sea cow does make sense. Is manatees also sea cow or is that something
I
different?
think so though.
As you can tell, we know a lot about everything and anything.
Oh, the photo is horrible, dude. Just move to the next one.
This one's nicer. Yeah, the tigers have come into the enclosure now.
Somewhat nicer. It's all fucked with the glaring, but it's okay.
Yeah, but it's nicer. You can at least see the thing clearly. It's not blurry in a way, at least. Yeah, so this I think that's the mama
Yeah.
tiger. They're quite small, surprisingly. It's probably some version of it because they become quite a lot bigger. I think the next. You didn't include the cubs?
I mean, we can include it later. I
That
will,
would be-
while editing, I'll just put some fucking.
Yeah, include the cubs in editing because that would definitely be something people would be interested in watching the entire
But
time.
I'm not sure I did a great job of recording
No.
it because there are 200 people in front of us
Who
and
have-
we were the last.
Like, the thing you have to remember, no one comes there to see the quality of the images, quality of the content.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't even know if the cups were in the frame. It's probably full of grasses. I mean, yeah, that was
You'll
good
see the
food.
ears probably.
Yeah.
These
And
are the
some
giraffes. Giraffes. Like,
Yeah. And the exclusive access, you guys can see the sea turtle though. It doesn't, the camera doesn't do enough justice of showing how big it is actually. It's so massive though.
Yeah, it's always strange how that thing. For me, it was chimps. I was surprised how large they are when I saw them walking around.
And they're cutting, and stingrays are eating.
Yeah, this is.
Whoa, it just freaking suctions it, you know?
Yeah, like I want to watch that one again actually, because it's a really good angle. You're like straight above the guy.
Yeah. Oh, it's just literally, yeah.
Don't lose your
Imagine I
phone.
drop the phone, it just.
Goes in.
I think there's one more. Oh, but I couldn't.
Yeah, so this is again the
Yeah,
stingray
so
getting
this is
fed.
the food though.
Yeah, the fish are always, they want to try and steal it. And this is yeah.
Checking the weight and then also inspecting the sharks, like if everything is
Yeah.
fine.
So they bring out this raft, and then they put food on the raft, and then the shark eats the food. It's trained
He
to come up.
literally puts the food into this
Yeah,
bowl.
it's trained to
Whoa.
come up, and then he inspects
Yeah.
the skin and for damages, and then if it's a healthy anything at all, like if there's any problems, he'll notice it at that point. So it's a checkup and feeding at the same
Yeah.
time. So the sharks were trained to do that, which I think is kind of cool that you can train. I didn't think of them as anything above.
Yeah, I mean it's a really
intelligent.
hard thing, but they figured it out, right? Like he just put the thing, sharks just came, man. Like they just came.
The sharks instantly knew, and this is of course
Yeah.
the wildest animal of all.
Yeah, I saw an Indian tuk-tuk near the elephant enclosure, so we have to make use of it.
They felt at home here. Probably.
It's so cramped though. It's not enough space.
Yeah, but isn't that the case back home too?
No, it's really good actually, it's spacious. Yeah, see? Elephants. They
And which kind of elephant?
Indian.
Yes.
Not Thailand, not Chinese, but Indian.
Yeah, if it was Chinese, it would have. I don't know.
And inside the bird enclosure, the open bird enclosure.
Yeah, you could walk into this thing, and then the birds look at you with judgment, and that's about it. Like, they don't come up to you at all. Because you're not allowed to feed them. Probably if they let you feed them, it would be a more popular enclosure. But I get why, though. They don't let you do that.
Then you start feeding plastics and then
Yeah.
experiment fucking Nutella, freaking.
Oh, yeah, this tiger, while we were
This is
walking
the mother,
away...
I think. This is the
Yeah,
mother.
yeah, that's the same thing. But while we were walking away, a group of, I guess, just tourists were taking images of the tiger, and then they got a little bit too close to the
Yeah.
cubs and attacked them. So if it wasn't for that glass, there would be, that would be a sad mother getting a phone
Yeah.
call. Because that tiger was dead on. Like,
Yeah. Oh my god, there's noise and the stuff.
yeah, it's probably a great image she managed
Yeah,
to catch.
yeah. Imagine the video. That video is going viral.
Yeah.
Like,
You didn't catch it. You didn't provoke a wild
Yeah.
animal into attacking you, so therefore no viral video for you. You should have been more annoying to the wild animals.
yeah.
But-
And what do you think about the election, Christian?
Oh God! But we're not doing election. Oh God! It's in the 5th of November. That's all I know about it. Oh
So
God!
how many days more?
It's
Less than
18.
15 days.
Oh my God! Are these 10 days? Wait. Yeah, 7.
Yeah,
7.
Tuesday. So wow.
Like 2 weeks. I mean, it's a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Because it's 31st.
I mean, less than a month, dude. Fuck.
Until election, 5th of
What
November.
do you think? Who is going to win?
Oh, God.
Who is going to win, Christian?
But we'll eventually do a full election analysis, and we thought that could be a little bit more fun because we're extremely apolitical for the most part. So we thought it could be very fun to try and navigate that whole scene, especially because we know at least that this year is a very controversial year.
I mean, and also if you're doing like a PhD or something in USA, like just doing research, like you can just see the political climate of a Western country, like the number one economy in the world, which could drive a lot of economies as well, and lot of implications for the rest of the world. You know, it's like US election happens, the world follows, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see how this one works.
No other election, nobody cares. Who is the president, prime minister? Nobody cares. But yeah. That's
true. So probably when it comes closer to that 5th of November, we'll do a little full episode on that election analysis.
But so far, what do you think about it? Like,
I don't know.
Or who's like, not like your opinion. I'm saying like, from your perspective, who do you think is like more close to winning the election? I still think it's like 51-49, but that 51 is still changes every week, you know. If somebody tries to assassinate Trump again, he goes up. And then Kamala wins some debate or something, I don't know, she wins.
Yeah, it really doesn't go in her favor every time.
It's very hard to say who will win though, because all the tech companies are obviously supporting Kamala Harris, but
yeah, they support her, and also I looked at a
other than Elon, but
analysis thing. Yeah, but I looked at a analysis guy, and he said Kamala for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can obviously address all those things when we actually have the election analysis thing.
Yeah.
Because it's a funny thing to look at, because we.
Speaking of Trump and Elon Musk, what do you think about the rocket launcher?
That's true.
What do you think about the Starship catching?
Yeah, jumping from one thing to the next. We'll do election analysis some other time, closing in on 5th of November. But for now, the Elon thing. This Starship, I only watched it, like the landing clip of it, and then my brother told me about it. Obviously, it's like a tiny area that they managed to precisely land properly. I don't know how big the clampers were, but they were not large at all. They landed on the tower. Not only did they land on the ground, which is an achievement.
I think which is more harder. I think that is more harder to precisely land without toppling. This is catching. You know, it's just like, you know, it just comes. It just.
But you have to land inside. You have to land inside like a
without
cage.
Crashing the pole, right? The holding thing.
Yeah, I think everyone would have been amazed if they just landed on the ground, but they landed even more difficult, which is.
I think this is more efficient kind of, because you don't have to put legs near the thrusters and it has to not melt away in the fucking 31 engines and shit. Now it just clamps on the top, just lands. The engines are all completely untouched, you know. It's just like.
Yeah, I think it was maybe trying to solve that whole launch pad issue he talked about, because he talked about when he was on Mars, how we're going to build a launch pad.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's easier to just catch the thing on a metal...
Chopsticks.
That's
what they call it.
Yeah, exactly. But it's easier to catch the whole thing in a metal chopsticks on Mars.
It's so efficient. Why would you want it any other way? Right?
Yeah, exactly. So if it works, why not?
Yeah.
Right? So I get why they did that.
And they also said the engines were a little bit warped, it seems, but that could be fixed, it seems. That's what they are ironing out the bugs. This is the first attempt ever.
But it worked out, right?
So next time they'll just make sure that nothing is fucked up with respect to engine, the design wise, so that everything is like.
I just hope it's replicable, you know.
Yeah, that's what they'll be trying to do. The entire reason is what? Reusability and scaling it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Eventually, holy shit! Like imagine. When I go full time, when I'm like 35, this fucker will have managed to get really far.
I mean, that's already stretching it, you know, like very soon, like in 10 years from now.
Yeah, exactly. That's
just
what I
10
mean.
years.
Yeah, 10
What,
years.
you're 25 now?
No.
Then?
Yeah, motherfucker, you and your specificity.
Yeah, I was like, "What?"
But yeah, at that point,
I just realized I'll be 42. I was sad for you.
no, it's fine. But yeah, it's just as long as he doesn't croak from some heart attack. Cause who's gonna step
that's
in?
the reason, right? I don't know how somebody could be performing at a very high level without having good enough sleep
Yeah.
for years, and being the CEO of multiple successful companies.
Yeah, because if you miss sleep, right? We'll just quickly look this up. Missing 1 night of sleep.
Consequences.
Right? The reason I want to look that up.
I mean,
1 hour of
I would
deprivation.
ask ChatGPT maybe.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, but it's quora.
Oh yeah, okay,
It's
yeah.
good enough.
Oh yeah.
And okay, so by the first hour of deprivation is 1 point, and each additional hour is 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot of IQ to share that much, but he obviously has a lot more to take from.
Probably that's the only answer.
For me, if 5 hours extra and I'm
Yeah.
already dipping below 65.
Yeah.
So that's probably not great. So yeah, just because that's why I'm always so skeptical, because why can he still think if he's missing that much sleep all the time?
I mean, that's one of the reasons, right? He did all those things, taking Tesla public, shareholders, crypto investment, so many tweets at 3 a.m. in the morning, like
Yeah, he does
that
3
had
a.m.
bad consequences, but not intellectually though. Like the company did. I mean, when you read Elon Musk book, which I highly recommend everybody to read, he did take some wrong decisions, but I don't know whether it is related to poor sleep though.
Yeah, but
He just, whenever something breaks, you just go and weld it and launch it. You know, straight. In NASA, probably it would have been like a 3-week holding off, take off, and then freaking, yeah.
because it's just a strange thing how this guy doesn't seem like he's affected by not having enough sleep, like everyone else is. Because if you listen to like podcasts by Alex Hormozy or Noah Kagan or, for me, Justin Sung or Ali Abdal, they all say like, if you don't sleep,
7 or 8 hours.
yeah, if you don't sleep, you can't think at all.
I cannot though.
Yeah, me neither. So if it's consistent between all of those people, including us,
Yeah.
how is it not affecting this guy? That's always.
That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, that's also why I'm so skeptical to his actual sleep routine. I think he sleeps more than he says.
Maybe he naps.
I think he naps a lot. That could maybe work. I don't know. I'm just skeptical because like the physiology doesn't add up.
Thinking, right? The brain will be like his brain.
Yeah, because
miserable.
it would be fine if it was like Goggins, who does mostly physical.
Yeah.
Because mental draining is different, right? Versus physical.
Yeah, I mean you cannot
You don't
measure
need-
it.
Yeah, you don't need IQ to jump or run 250 miles, right?
I mean you need willpower.
Yeah, you need willpower, which is mental, but you don't need to like think of advanced concepts, right? Necessarily. Granted,
relatively, because the thing is, of course, you have to plan.
You're not doing engineering.
Yeah.
Right? You're not figuring out how to make a Raptor engine, right?
True.
You're
and
jogging.
then preventing Tesla from filing bankruptcy.
Yeah, exactly.
And fighting the Chinese.
Yeah, you're jogging 250 miles. You want to just go. So for Goggins, somebody like him, it makes logical sense. But for somebody like Elon, it doesn't. So I'm just skeptical to the actual sleep thing. Because everyone's always greater than what they actually are, if you see what I mean. Everyone's always greater than, they seem greater than what they actually are.
Yeah.
William Tennyson, or I think that's the name of the. I always mix them. The name of the modern wisdom guy.
Okay.
He called it yogurt lid moments when he met like celebrities, and then he just kind of realized how human they are, and like how.
I mean that happens
normal
a lot,
they are.
right? You just worship somebody and then you see them and like, okay, that's all.
Yeah. Okay.
So underwhelmed. Yeah, I think that happens a lot though. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So, I think it's a lot of the same. Because obviously the wealthiest man is gonna get propped up slightly by people around him. So.
Yeah. Speaking of wealth, what do you think about Microsoft.
In these transitions,
Yeah.
they're awesome. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah. It's a lot of killed on here, so I don't know. Like, I like watching YouTube a lot. Like,
Yeah, they're pretty good though.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good transition into the third topic. Always keeping us on track. So now we talked about like the
Ship.
starship landing, which was cool. And then moving on from one huge company to the next is the Microsoft. You know more about
Yeah,
this.
they started the shit that they started running the 3 Mile Island nuclear reactor that did
What?
not blow up or something to buy power from it directly by contracting it to one of the energy companies. Then Google started fucking doing the same thing to another energy manufacturer. But the thing is, they are all creating some kind of a small, I forgot the exact term of it, small range nuclear fission reactor. So it's like modular, small, very small nuclear reactor. So it's good enough to power a data center. You know, you see what I mean? So it's not like a big reactor or something.
Yeah,
modular design. So many companies and so many enterprises, corporations are very interested in this thing. And almost all of these companies that claim to do this are all having designs only. There is still not even a prototype. If I hope I'm right, still there is no practical proof at all. They are all like betting on it. I think it should work. I mean, like nuclear fission is there for a while. If they are able to do it, power to them. I mean, like it's not nuclear fusion, right? So it's a proven technology. They just have to figure out a way to.
Yeah, they just want to make it modular.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also very dangerous though. Freaking security, safety stuff. You know, like security. Okay. I mean, that's one thing. Safety. Like, imagine if there is a radiation leak in one of those small modular reactors.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, try to find like, especially when it escalates to like a huge number of different ones.
Yeah, when you have multiple ones and then fucking suddenly radiation comes from, we don't know which one is leaking.
Trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And especially corporations, they don't do tremendously well when it
Yeah,
comes to.
especially this to safety, security, those kind of privacy, a lot
Yeah,
of
environmental
things.
concern.
And then you have a house like fucking 10 kilometers away and then you get fucking cancer out of that.
Yeah, because it'll just inevitably dump it in the local ocean, you know,
Yeah.
local
I mean, the radiation
river.
leaking, I'm just saying, like, you could
that
just
too.
be like a
That too.
radiation cloud over your home.
Yeah.
Pouring.
Or you could be like Chevron, you know, who just dumps the oil in the local rainforest.
What idea. What a great.
Yeah. It's a great solution because it's free.
Yeah.
It's always free to exploit the locals. But yeah, so they just want to buy modular reactors so that they can run their data centers.
I mean, but that is the most efficient solution, you know, because these data centers started pulling too much electricity. The grid started to drop. So they started having issues with the grid in the entire US electricity board. So it's a big problem, right? That's why these guys are doing. I like that Silicon Valley approach of solving problems, you know. Now how to solve it? How can it be renewable? How can it be sustainable? Modular nuclear reactor. Like, it is the way to go, but we need a lot of regulation though. I mean, you know.
Yeah, because if private companies can start building essentially nukes for themselves, like
it's basically, right, if you think about it, anti-social people, adversaries, if they want to attack it, now it's like they have multiple bombs, they know where the locations are, they just have to find a way to trigger it, right?
Oh god. I didn't even think about that. Like, that's a weird competition. Just nuke your opposition. It's an escalation.
With their own bomb. I mean, but I don't know. I hate to be the pessimist, but if they are figuring out the safety, security stuff, I think it's the best thing ever. You know?
Yeah, because it's privatizing it almost.
Yeah, once again, you see how sustainable things will become. Coal power plants will die off slowly, so slow death if you start investing more on solar and nuclear.
Yeah, because they'll see that the nuclear thing is more superior in a way. Because nuclear is kind of the greenest alternative when it comes to the amount of power that it produces relative to the amount of emissions it produces, right? Like, the only thing that comes out of a nuclear power plant is the wasted material, which you can reuse. Like, how much of it? Like, a huge amount of it is recyclable. And then also the big plume of smoke, which looks bad, it's just water, right?
Yeah.
Vapor. So it's nothing, really.
just more of water.
Yeah,
That's good.
nuclear. Nuclear power is just the most advanced way we've
Yeah.
figured out to heat up water.
I mean, I'm so disappointed. You know what is the most efficient way of getting energy? Honestly speaking, is solar. The amount of energy sun is radiating, but we still don't have that enough technology to capture that and scale it. Kind of the
Yeah.
solar cells could not get better. I don't know why though.
I think the space thing, like they take up so much area.
Yeah, that's why the fabrication or the entire process of capturing the photons could be better.
Yeah.
Rather than fucking playing with the radiation, nuclear fuel and shit, you just figure out the solar cells. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you could do that, that would be
Yeah.
the best because it's free energy.
You know which is the best solar cell? Nature's own solution. Plants.
Yeah.
Are they freaking taking like a freaking entire roof? No, like they grow vertically. They all have the rosetted
Yeah, they get
patterns
like
where
a plume.
every leaf gets the maximum or the equal intensity of sunlight, just like every other leaf at different altitudes. It's just crazy, man. Like that's that's nature's way of solving the problem, right? Like if they are able to take sunlight's energy and make it into chemical energy to food and energy and grow, we should be able to produce electricity, right?
Yeah, because making it into food is very electrical anyway, right? If you
Yeah.
remember the proton the proton pump, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the cycle.
I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, it's ATP, energy, right? Like everything is energy, yeah.
I guess it's because
So what do you think? Do you support it or not?
the
Microsoft and Google doing these things.
No, it seems a little bit dystopian to me. I don't know.
Yeah. For me, I am so having mixed feelings, even though I would like to be optimistic about it. I mean, we all want to be optimistic, then...
It might be a good thing because...
Dude, then there is no stopping these companies, man.
Yeah.
The entire AI race is because of what? Who owns the biggest GPU cluster? And then you freaking...
You
You give nuclear power, basically unlimited electricity. The AI revolution will be even more quicker, which is already crazy. Like the pace at which AI is growing. Oh my god.
It might be a good thing in the way that it shows that nuclear power is more viable and not as scary and is as stable as we say it is. Or it could show that it isn't
is stable, but it's just human error or some dumb stuff.
Or it could show alternatively that
Yeah.
it is stable, but we make a lot of mistakes still, and then we just nuke everything.
Yeah.
So either or, I don't know. We're just, I mean, what do we know really?
Yeah.
Not a whole lot. So maybe it's a good thing.
So
Probably
what?
not.
Yeah.
My final verdict, probably not.
Yeah. For me, I have no idea. I just wanted to talk about it, reflect on it, and get more confused.
Yeah. Get more confused. But the
Yeah.
solar thing though is interesting.
Yeah, I
because-
just thought like enough.
Yeah, because if you look at every single plant, which is what we have as a reference point for something that uses solar energy, it's never about, unless you include like algae, even.
Mhm.
No, even algae almost, even if you look at moss balls or
Yeah.
something. Like, most of them don't have it so that every leaf is the most optimized as it can be, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, that could also be true.
Yeah, so maybe
It's
if
also
you-
aging, right? Like the aging ones probably don't need that much sunlight. It's anyway basically
Yeah,
automatic.
but the point is that if you look at a tree, it doesn't have leaves like a palm tree. It was only at the top there,
Mhm.
right? It has like a plume of things, which means it catches from the side and then every other direction.
Sure.
So maybe if you don't think that each panel is meant to capture
Mhm.
all light optimally, and you have some panels that you know won't capture as much,
Mhm.
then overall it will capture more. If you
Yeah, yeah, but also you can reduce
see. Per
the num-
area at
Yeah,
least.
I mean, I would say if you have less panels and you always track sunlight, that's even more efficient. I probably
Maybe.
the thing that you just said, I can half the amount of solar panels if you're starting to track it dynamically.
Mm.
Which best example? Nature's example, sunflower. Do you know, right?
Yeah, they track the sun. Yeah, that's a good point.
That's fucking nuts, sir.
That is nuts, but
How the fuck are they doing? How do they know that?
I mean, no, I mean, I think it's. I mean, most other plants too. If you set them in the window and you put them around,
Oh,
the
yeah,
corner,
yeah, I mean, yeah,
they'll
yeah,
stretch to the sun.
I mean, fucking plants are intelligent, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not the ones with a microphone sitting and recording. That's us. We own cars. They don't. So who's the real winner? We are.
Yeah.
Not them. Stupid plants. Get on our level. Yeah. But what was the thing I was gonna say?
Solar cell, something interesting.
Yeah. No, I forgot.
It's okay. What is the next topic?
Oh. Let me just check here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we looked at the Microsoft nuclear reactor. The Elon Musk landing,
Mm-hmm.
and then we looked at the zoo thing.
Mm-hmm. One more small topic.
So we've been gone for a while, right? It's been a week almost since we talked last.
Yeah, but they do not know that.
Yeah.
But sure.
But we know that, which
Yeah.
means we had a lot of time to listen to, the main things, which
Oh,
are
yeah.
the books and things like that. You told me to listen to Vet for Life until like 2.5 hours. I listened to 3 hours and 45 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is more accurate for what you said, because after 3 hours and 40 or 3.5 ish, you started talking about statistics and things like that. So I think you're more close to there
Mm-hmm.
than 3 and then 2.5. So I think you're at 3 and 45. Anywho, it's a really interesting book for anyone who's a veterinarian, I think.
Who has a veterinary degree and
Who has a
questioning his life choices.
Yeah, exactly. Who's questioning the life choices. But I think it's mostly aimed at students to become vets.
Or vets who are currently struggling, kind of.
Yeah, struggling, that's also, but he mentions mostly like...
Mostly students, because
see.
you have the flexibility to...
Change.
Yeah. Or figure it out, or develop completely a new hobby. Or
if you just do something else.
Mm-hmm. But the honest question here is like, we spoke last week, right? Like, should we even be a vet or something?
Yeah.
So we were at that mindset. After reading 3.5 hours, I read 2.5 hours. I still am firm with that choice that it's still toxic. What is your choice? Your stand
Same thing,
so far.
if not even more.
Okay, yeah. You just confirms more. Right? It's like you just confirm it's a really toxic lifestyle.
Okay, so what this guy his name is Dr. Lennon Low or something? Fu, yeah, because he's definitely Asian.
Yeah.
Probably some Vietnam or something. But he was educated in England, London.
Yeah.
Royal Academy of Veterinary Medicine, I think the name is.
Royal Veterinary College, probably?
Yeah, Royal Veterinary College.
Maybe not, I don't know.
We're both bullshitting. It's fine.
It's okay, it's been a while.
Yeah, but the one in London. The big one in London.
That's enough.
But it is in London.
Okay.
I know that one for sure.
Yeah.
So that one. So he isn't from like nowhere, if you see what I mean. And he talks about like all the problems he had failing 3 times in veterinary school, which luckily we have yet to do.
We have to make history. We have to make that leap.
we can change that. Oh God, this year might be the year for options.
That's what it is. If we pass this one semester, in theory, we cannot fail the rest of the 2 years, You just have to pass this one semester. I'm already praying. Just pass this fucking semester. Okay.
Yeah, we're not doing great to do that so far, but we'll get there. Parasitology is good. But everything else not so much. But yeah, he talks about like how he failed 3 times, and also the problems he had with auditing. Like he had to be audited by like a huge authority, like administration, just because he not malpractice but poor practice, and then he had to make sure that he knew what his mistakes were, and so he could get there. So it's basically like you're getting chewed out by a government to make sure that you're not intentionally harming animals, which is a shameful thing inherently. I think is the idea behind it. You don't
I mean,
want.
but he's also very open about it.
Yeah,
and
he's very open.
changed now.
It's a shameful thing, but he's very open about it in a good way for sure. And it shows, it kind of tells you that it's not as abnormal as you think it might be.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's gone twice, he told. For different
And
reasons.
also, auditing generally does not mean anything bad.
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't
just
mean that
basically they're
you're
just
gonna lose your
checking,
job. They're just checking to make sure.
cross-checking if there's a issue or not. It's just like drug testing in a sport.
Yeah.
If they come and check you, that does not mean like you did something wrong. They just
No.
want to check it. Like that's your job.
But he's basically walking through very practically
Mm,
these things that he's experienced that he knows is scary for most vets that are
Mhm.
newly starting out or coming close to starting out.
mhm.
To like tell you that it's these things are not terrible. So it's definitely a good book to listen to.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of theory about like there's more to life than vetting and all these things. But
Yeah.
we'll get to that. The most interesting thing for me that kind of came to confirm the whole that it's slightly toxic is the
Slightly toxic.
yeah
Very
it's
toxic.
the it's the burnout rate. He
Yeah.
told the statistics on that. 88% of
Oh,
vets
really?
experience burnout. 88
Oh.
was the statistic.
I mean, yeah, that's what when I think when I'm in a clinic or something, I just think, oh my god, this one sucks. Probably the other clinics are better.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, because they all have something.
Yeah.
And it's just the rough work. Oh wait, I have it on my notes here.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Yeah, 88% of vets experience burnout according to Merck. I didn't write down what Merck stands for.
I mean, it's a very
MERC,
famous
yeah.
veterinary stuff.
Mm.
That's all I know.
Mm. As we know.
I mean, they give
Greatly
they
experienced.
they have books and all, where veterinary medicine books and probably pharma stuff, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a huge percentage, and the reason for that he talked about, and also things that I already kind of knew was the case.
Mm-hmm.
It's the pay is relatively poor,
Mm-hmm.
and the amount of time you have to spend is relatively high, and the education you need to get is also really high,
And
relatively,
expensive.
and expensive.
And you have to fight the entire way.
Yeah, and you have to fight owners. You have to fight, like, make sure that the
Well,
crew.
even while studying, I mean, like fight to grind it out to pass.
Yeah, just to pass everything, because it is it can be at times difficult. Certain subjects can be, and it's only getting harder. We'll get to that why that is, but like the average salary, it's not great. 32K per annum was the thing he said in 2022.
I mean, the thing is.
UK
like,
though.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, the shocking thing is like most people who are veterinarians, they don't have anything else other than this, because most veterinarians or veterinary medicine students are mostly passionate people who loves animals and wanted to do something to help them and wanted to have this as their career, but no other profession needs it, but this profession kind of you need something else. I think it's very shocking. A human medicine doctor doesn't have to think about anything about
so much.
He doesn't have to do bow and arrow fucking shooting or some YouTube channel or something. Most human medicine doctors, they are kind of chill. At least from what I know.
But you told me the statistic from Ali Abdal, right? 50%.
I mean, the thing is, Ali Abdal was saying something roughly along the lines of saying that if $1 million is given to you, almost half of them or more than half of the students who are doctors who are working in the clinic will leave their profession.
Yeah.
I think like they are into money. That no human medicine doctor is dying of burnout or killing themselves, suicide, out of burnout. But in veterinary medicine, that's very shocking, right? Human medicine doesn't have a statistics of burnout, right? Like,
if you follow the the YouTuber, he's quite good.
So is it true? Like,
no, the Glockenflecken, oh god, the doctor. He has a longest name, Glockenflecken.
Okay, so what is the thing?
You know this guy?
No idea.
No, he does mostly funny sketches, but he also has serious topics as well. He's an ophthalmologist.
So what he does?
Human ophthalmologist, and he's also a YouTuber who does mostly funny sketches, but he also talks about like topics like burnout in human medicine, and also insurance companies, how they're
Oh,
scamming
that
people.
okay. That's a different. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, so he talks also serious topics.
I mean, they also have burnouts. Maybe I should not be
Yeah.
saying that. I
So,
mean,
I
actually,
think
what
it's-
I was
I
trying
think
to
it's
say
a
was
medical thing, a medical condition
Yeah.
thing, because they're overworked and not
yeah.
paid enough.
I mean, of course, when you're starting out as a human medicine or a veterinary doctor, you're basically graveyard shift, slave labor, like.
Yeah, that I think because
You are
you can
learning-
always say, oh, doctors they earn enough, right? I mean, for doctors at least that's the case. They can earn a
But
lot.
they give up a lot of.
I think that's the main problem because you can't keep throwing money at it. Like, oh, they'll earn twice as much. It's like great, but you still can't spend it on any of
Yeah,
them.
you are not living.
Yeah.
Like you,
I think the
you-
solution
in
is-
medical school you are studying, you have no time to cook. Medical work life, you are working all the time, you have no time to cook.
Yeah.
What are you living for?
And then you specialize, you have no
Yeah.
time.
Like what,
You'll be done at 60. Like,
what is the point of living, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's what you said, right? Like your veterinarian, the owner guy in Norway, he's basically
Yeah.
currently is like settling down at that age. Still couldn't completely, but he's now chilling, right? Like I don't want to chill at that point because I personally think there's no guarantee of that life. I mean,
Yeah.
like, at the end.
he's chilling now, but he's had a lot of things helping him, right? Because
I mean, yeah, you said.
he's a long line of vets as
Yeah,
well. so.
inherited stuff, but yeah.
It's inherited, but he's also very skillful. Obviously, he's a
Mhm.
very
I
experienced
mean, when
guy.
you grow up in that family, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of difficult
They-
not to become a vet.
I mean, they will coach you enough to become
Yeah.
like a.
It's like your name is known, associated
Yeah.
with veterinary medicine. Then
Yeah.
it's like, okay, what do I, what do I choose? But yeah, he's very experienced, but still, it's a lot of work just to have a singular clinic, I think. But where were we?
So
yeah,
you
the
were talking
burnout.
about your like final takeaway, like what?
Yeah.
you
The fact that I agree with the fact that it's not great for
Yeah.
us. It's not a great profession because of these things, because the pay is so low for veterinary
Mhm.
medicine, because the hours are so long, because the time it takes to specialize is so long. I still know people that are still specializing. They're almost 40 and they're still specializing.
Yeah. And I wanted to add one last thing here, just to be a devil's advocate, trying to say the drawbacks of being a researcher or a PhD research scholar. For example, I wanted to say, in our case, right, let's suppose if you end up doing some research stuff or something, I would say, see, 90-95% of stuff that you do won't see the light of day.
Yeah.
Probably trash it. You are lucky if you make 5% progress that's really usable in a real world. Okay, assuming that it's all that way. Like for you to make an impact in the world, it takes a lot of effort, though. You know,
Yeah.
and also along the bureaucracies of academia, backstabbing, secrecy.
Yeah, social stuff. Yeah.
And then scientists not sharing research. It's mostly secluded. Labs work separately, and there's not enough collaboration and stuff. You know, so that's also a big issue. Now tell me which one is more toxic. My stand is still academia is better because at least as a researcher you are not rushing every day. I'm not dying every day as if like going to bed as if like I'm dead man, you know.
Yeah.
But still veterinary medicine practicing as a vet is still feels more toxic personally for me. What do you think?
It's a difficult question because I haven't really thought about academia as much.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
For
Yeah, of course, right. It's for me mostly, but yeah.
for academia, I think.
Or whatever you wanted to do. Like if you're not, whatever backup plan you have, what is that and what do you think will be the drawbacks of it? Tell all the negatives of it so that maybe
God.
we can compare the pros and cons, I guess.
The thing is, I don't know what my backup plan is at this point.
I mean, it's okay.
Maybe at some point I'll report that.
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? So now from here onwards, at least the next 2.5 years is there for you to come up something, validate it, reflect it with so many other peers or like some other mentors than yours, so that you can really question, is this for you? You know, like question all.
Yeah. Because right now, as it stands, the veterinary medicine thing, the hours they pay and the balance you have to make between all these things. Because the main problem that he talks about in the book is the fact that they're, like you say, they're very passionate people. Veterinarians, for the most part, they're very passionate, and they're very obsessive about this one topic, which is veterinary medicine, and they identify strongly with it. So if you were to remove that from their life, they wouldn't
have
be
no
anything.
identity. That's why one of the reasons for killing, suicide, like depression, fatigue, burnout, because they don't know anything else other than that. And also it's hard to go and master or specialize in something else. It's hard to be, that's what, when I went to Switzerland for a business thing, nowadays the world is having a double PhD problem. You cannot be expert in one thing and say you can be successful. Nowadays you need to be good in two things. Really expert. That's why veterinary AI or AI something else. Something, or veterinary and specialized in something. You see, it's a double PhD. So you spend more money, more time of your life, more. I'm in my 10th year of university. It's fucking a last.
Insane.
So, but I personally am okay with academia because I am used to academia a lot. I love teaching and I have been used to being a researcher in the research labs. In India
not stressing too much with grades.
That's the thing, right? I decided to give up on grades. I decided to give up on getting the highest score. I decided to balance it out. Pass and keep my grades happy and my teachers happy so that I can move to the next years. At the same time, it should the system that we have put education in should not come and bother me in my learning curve of my education.
And why do you think you do that? So that you can be prepared for not this.
But I also personally think, to be devil's advocate, I don't know when I will stop. I don't know how I think AI is going to take a lot of jobs. So if my veterinary job is gone, if AI engineer job is gone, I still don't have anything backup. Like I still haven't. I don't know what is the answer.
I think you're safer for the veterinary job because of the surgery and things. I think it's safer because I don't think that's gonna take it over. I think it's gonna subsidize a lot of it, but not take it over.
You just saw the Optimus, so I mean.
Optimus. I think there's a human element there that it's gonna be a long time.
That's an example. So it could be just a robotic arm in future. Already there are Da Vinci robotics. If you go on Google, they're already there in so many Indian hospitals, a third world country. Where you just imagine how many hospitals in Europe are having Da Vinci robotic arms. Literally, guys from Tokyo is doing surgery in Germany.
Oh God!
So it's
imagine losing
complete robotica. So and also it can do on its own, but I'm just saying. So that's also a thing, but
stuff like that. You'll be the one controlling that.
But also I want to say, being maybe a PhD makes sense, especially in life sciences, because I still think there is a lot to discover with the help of AI, and I am guessing AI cannot act alone on that aspect because we still don't know a shit ton of things in biology.
Yeah. And it can't act on like original things, you said.
Exactly. Not yet so vividly. Like it's not fucking getting Nobel Prize every year, not coming up with new inventions all the time, but it's just in the start of it, At some point it will be, but we might stand a chance until that, I don't know.
Until. Yeah, but I think it's fine. I don't think you have to worry about that, losing your veterinary job to AI. I think you'll be fine for that regard. But the reason so the reason I want to pick on the grade stuff is because if you think that grades are everything right now, if you're in your first year or something, it's something that I used to do, and I got really good grades. I think I only got like a 4.5 out of 5 in 2 subjects, I think. Everything else was flat out, maxed out. But the problem is you spend a lot of energy doing that, and the question is, for what exactly?
That's how I felt in my engineering. In my high school, I did the same thing, freaking getting acing everything. I lived for studying, killed myself. I was so angry after that on myself of being dumb. You think you ace it, you think you are smart, but you realize how dumb you are to.
Yeah, exactly. You think like, once I know all these things, if I just ace everything, I'll be ready for the theoretical stuff later. That's not the case at all. And also almost contrary, because if you just imagine it, because like I did the theoretical stuff for this school, right? Like doing really good grade-wise at least. Maybe not knowledge-wise. Grade-wise at least. For most of the tests. but still, you're the one who's gotten the email on like trying to, what was it? It was like student of the year or something.
Yeah.
And you don't have the best grades, right? But you do a lot of extra stuff, and that's why you got the grade of the year. So that's why if you just, it's not like focusing less on the grades so that you can have more time to be a fucking weirdo.
I think that comes with the age also, and depending on, I did masters in Europe, right? I know like you don't need grades, you need a portfolio. You need like, you just cannot be having high grades and zero clinical experience. You need some clinical experience, farm experience, I don't know, and then so on and so forth, and then also grades, right? So that's what building the portfolio. That's why I know being a one-trick pony will be dangerous, right? Yeah.
And it is dangerous. An example of that is actually, again, in the book Vet for Life. He talked about like, I didn't know anything about finances and I was broke in my 40s, right? That's what he said. Broke until you're 40. You didn't have money.
I think does he talk a lot about his life? Because after some point he started becoming a little bit preachy or something. I just like tried to do more stuff other than veterinary medicine. I got bored a bit, I just like felt preachy, like do this, do that. I wanted to hear more of his story.
Okay.
I think whatever you are saying, I am sure I did not hear it. Probably I will catch up.
He throws it in every now and then.
Okay. That's what I wanted. I wanted to get inspired by seeing him, rather than just saying that trying to be more than just a vet. I like, don't know, man, how to do that.
But that's an example of like a very big and common problem. Not only the fact that vets typically specialize and become a one-trick pony. I was on that way of becoming a one-trick pony, I would say, because I was doing the only theory stuff and getting, apparently good grades, but still, it's not the best idea. But the same problem that he, I guess, kind of had with the fact that he focused so much on medicine, he didn't even know personal finances. Most vets don't even. He mentioned some statistic, I didn't write it down, but it's a big problem for vets to regulate their own finances.
Yeah. When you have a clinic, you're basically running a business, You're not being a veterinary doctor. When you're working as a vet, you do one thing only, veterinarian, be a good doctor. When you want to run your clinic, you are doing 100 other things along with being a veterinarian, which will only become lesser and lesser. The thing that you loved, that made you take this study this profession and become a veterinarian, will be replaced with something else completely which you have no clue about. So that's why you start hating what you loved,
Yeah.
That's why burnout, fucking suicide, they don't know what to do, they're too old, and they just are thinking like that.
That's why it's almost 90%. At some point, you'll experience it.
Damn, we did 1 hour 3 minutes. Whoa!
And we can keep going if you want.
You can run. Oops.
Oh no, expensive technologies.
It's fine, guys. It's just the cost of his pen.
It's not the case at all.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Okay, so awesome. So thanks.
No, don't you want to continue or do you want to?
We'll wrap up. We'll make another episode because we'll be losing interest, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That's the thing, right? That's what we have to. We are in the flow, but they have to.
Yeah, they want to disconnect maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess if they want to continue to listen to these kind of rants, they should probably, if they want to leave a comment, if they want to.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, if they want to have us keep ranting for longer, or if they want to keep it below 1 hour. At this point, we managed to get a big hitter at 50 views.
Yeah.
So, if someone leaves a comment, that'd be awesome, so we can know what to do, get guided by it. But I'll write down before we forget it as a topic list with the fact that because we talked about burnout and veterinary medicine, but it's more than that. It's rather
talking about the book basically, and then it covered a lot of subjects.
Yeah, but the reason we even started listening to the book was because we wanted to see
question ourselves, is veterinary and profession for us or not, what is the
so exploring potential,
should we be a vet or not,
as to
let's close it down here first, right, so that you can type it later, right?
Yeah, but we can have a little teaser for the next time.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
Exploring potential reasons as to why being a vet is maybe not the greatest thing.
That's fine. For now it's fine. They'll understand it. Yeah. This is a topic that probably will never end kind of for the next.
Yeah, at least while we're taking the education. Yeah.
Several years, yeah.
Because we'll constantly be ranting about it because we're unsure, right?
Yeah, and then next episode I'll talk about the book that I read. 25-hour audiobook. I finished 16 of that,
Oh
and
my
I won't
God.
say what is that book about
Ooh.
until the next episode.
That's a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, blue balling. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
so we'll wrap it up now, I think.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
See ya.
See ya.